All right, it's Monday, December 4th. This is an end of the day SPY recap. So today on the first day of the week, we end up with kind of a two down green bar that moved below the low of the previous day and closed near the highs. This is a kind of a bad tick here. We really closed right around here. So it looks like a little hammer bar going into tomorrow. Expect the highs to be taken out, and we'll see if we can begin to work up towards the top of this green bar high of last week. Essentially, it was a day where after a big green bar and hitting a key big picture target at the green line, the market did want to gap down a little bit. And actually, if we look at the structure on the day, it looked like we might finally get the reversal or pullback we were looking for. Very good trade to start the day. And I shot a video of a green to red kind of move here, right in here to take out not only the low of the day, the pre-market lows, and possibly a big breakdown. You know, we knew we were in a big trading range here, so we wanted to see if we kind of got to the bottom of that range. We came kind of close to it, but the key was going to be like, we've been talking for 2 weeks now. Every time we go near the bottom, buying comes in, the top selling comes in. So we're still kind of in this range, not figuring out what to do. And we did hit a major target. So you would think there was a chance this was like a kicker pattern type of thing where you open big green one day and then go red the next day and trap everyone, and really there's stops below here, and a whole bunch of selling could take place if price moves lower. But anyway, it went down. I shot a video how you had very nice gains down here. My methodology, again, is just to scale out and set up no risk trades. And this is kind of why I do it, because every so often, it's actually more than every so often, you get algorithmic choppy activity. And, you could kind of have small gains on these type of choppy days versus kind of either breaking even or a small loss. And what you give up are the home run trades, which don't occur all that often. And when they do, you still scale out and you still do very well, because usually when you have a big directional day, even on that second half of the position, that's going to be a very nice gain as well. So anyway, I shot a video how I went, bought some puts, scaled out. I had to kind of break even on the second half of the trade. I also discussed how this, to me, once it came up, it should have been an orderly pullback into this gap below the first bar low and had a second push down. Once I saw it really rally up, I bought calls here expecting the high of the day to be taken out, and it got close there. Again, I scaled out at this point. And at this area with an hour to go, I decided just to exit the trade. And obviously, it made one more push up and took out that high of the day. But this was the key thing. Structure-wise, you kind of saw that once it came up and then started up very strong here, it wasn't likely to test this low again, although anything was possible given you were still below the midpoint of the prior day. And right now, we do have a volatile environment where all kinds of things can happen. But in this case, it just was a pause that lasted a little longer than after this run up, a little pause here, and then eventually try to kind of hit those highs again. But nothing too, special here other than just kind of staying within this range. And we will see. What's good now is you have good reference points going forward. We have the midpoint of today that aligns with the purple line, which is the open of the month. And at this point, if we open up with pre-market range and opening price action below that, the red, the daily chart continues lower, the monthly chart is red, and we can try shorts and see if we break out of the bottom. In the meantime, anything that stays above there, and you are expecting a little higher given this green bar and the pre-market range and everything else can stay above the midpoint of this bar and above the purple line, then we're long, and we're looking for, even though we've had 5 weeks in a row up, you can still see after this is a good pause area in here, but if we can kind of hold in here and not fall back too much, there are targets higher. So we'll see what happens now with a very good reference point of the midpoint of this bar, which aligns with the open of the month, and anything above stay green, continuity. Anything below, I'm still ready to try a pullback trade, because there's a lot of, pullback, targets down in here if it wants to come down, but we'll see what happens. Today, it was just a good day to try a short, and then in my opinion, try a long in here, and they both could have been small gains, and that's all the market offered. We'll see how things go for the rest of the week.